So you have an egg, and maybe it's a really small egg, or maybe it's a really big egg, like the size of your head kind of egg, like could feed a family of 10 or 12 kind of egg. But in any case, you have an egg and you gotta get rid of it. Why? Because that's what we do. That's why we're here, at least how we deal with being here. We get rid of our eggs, and when people get rid of their eggs, we catch them. But I'll get to that in a second. So you have this egg, and maybe it's a tiny little hummingbird egg or a massive ostrich egg, but in any case, you bring it over to your friend and they crack it open, and together you scramble that egg and get really disgustingly dirty, and you make some scrambled eggs. And here's hoping you like scrambled eggs, because you have to eat it. And maybe you made something fantastic and awesome, and it tastes delicious, and trust me, I hate scrambled eggs, but that is an awesome feeling, because everything turns out okay. Or maybe they didn't do so great, and you can't blame them. Not everybody's good at scrambling eggs, and so you get rid of what's left, and you try again. Yes, you're gonna have to lay that egg again. It might come next month, it might come tomorrow, but you have to lay it again. Maybe that time you open it up on your own, and reluctantly you reach your hand inside that egg and try and find what you need to find, or else maybe you're too afraid to do it on your own. I can't blame you. Sometimes it's scary, so you open it up on the floor and let your pet check it out, or open it up on a picture of a loved one who's too far away to help, or on something that means something to you, like a teddy bear. And then you realize you've done something really nasty. Your pet is now trying to lick that raw egg off the floor, and that's just really disgusting. Or maybe you've just ruined that last picture you have of someone left. Or maybe this teddy bear is really starting to smell, and trust me, if you just leave it there and ignore it and hope it goes away on its own, it's just going to start to smell. It will demand to be fixed. And maybe as you clean it, you realize what you need to do with that egg when it comes around again, or maybe you fix it just then and there. Or maybe you ignore it and it will come again. Or maybe this egg feels a little different this time, so you open it up on a canvas or a journal page while you're alone and realize you've done something really crazy this time as it soaks through the paper, so you add paint and ink until it feels okay and you make something great. Or maybe that egg is just too terrifying right now and you can't face it, and trust me, I know it feels like that sometimes, and I can't blame you for thinking like that. So you suck out the whites and the yolk and you put them in a room somewhere, maybe somewhere where no one will find them, or somewhere where you think you will never think of it again. But you paint that shell bright colors and put it on your mantle as a reminder that it needs to be dealt with sometime soon. But people just think you've done something fantastic with this egg, all the while realizing that it is haunting you from that room. And if you keep it up, you're going to have a room full of eggs that need to be fried, and that is no easy situation. So here's hoping you fix it. You find a way and you fix it, and someday you will, and you wake up and realize that there is no egg to lay. But then you realize too that you are not the only one that lays eggs, that other people lay them too, and a friend comes to your door, and it is time for you to be put to the scrambling test and see how well you can scramble. And that is what this is all about. It's a risk. I know those eggs might not be as safe in their hands, but they might give you something better back, and when the time comes, you will do the same for them. You make a business of it, an egg exchange, with those egg painting canvases hung on the walls, and those egg journals tucked neatly inside your desk to remind you what you need to do, and you do it for a lifetime, because there are an infinite number of eggs to exchange. But someday you realize that your eggs are finite, that there are only so many you can give, and you are running out, and so you must enjoy them while they last.